Councilor Hejtmanek.
I'm not going to support the contract. We all appreciate what the police do, and there are a lot of interesting points made here. As I read through the contract, and I'll stop in the private sector, and I'm a private sector guy. In the private sector, the typical person after 20 years gets 38 days combined, holidays, vacation, personal days, sick days, all that, 38 days. And these contracts, you can qualify it whichever way you want to, provide for 63 days. And there may be all kinds of rules. Well, there's all kinds of rules for vacation in private sector. So the days are substantially higher than the private sector. And also, nobody in private sector gets to retire with a pension after 45, no matter how you calculate what that number is. They have to usually wait till they're 55, 65, something like that, or work 40 years instead of 20 years. Now, I'm only bringing that up, and I'm not trying to renegotiate the contract, as I look at this and I say, gee, this is not a bad deal. Now, getting to this contract, there's 2 COLAs in this going back to June and July of last year, and there's been 0 inflation in the Boston-Brockton index. So if we're going to, COLA is an increase for cost of living. Well, the cost of living increase has been 0. And I don't know why anybody thinks that 6% is catching up. I mean, think about the definition of COLA. It's cost of living adjustment. You look at the Boston-Brockton index, the cost of living adjustment is 0. I don't know how anybody can say 6%.
If you want me to.
Point of order from Jerry. I hate to interrupt, but a point of order on the COLA issue.
Okay.
Well, just so that we, the actual COLA did in fiscal 10 was about 0.72%, and then fiscal 11 was 1.82%, and that's November to November.
Well, the data I looked at showed 0.
It was the information that I provided at the retreat. Okay. I mean, that's the data.
Well, in any event, okay. So if you've got different numbers than I have, it's still significantly less than the amount we're providing. And we have no, as Councilor Flagar said, we have no legal obligation to go back to June and provide a COLA. So I can't support the contract. I mean, we heard people in the audience talk about people haven't had increases in 2 years, and we're going back and giving COLA when there's hardly any inflation. I'll say hardly any.